Sena, a 9-year-old girl who went missing a few days ago over in the New York area. She's been found after disappearing from Moreau Lake State Park over in New York on Saturday. New York State Police announced that a suspect's now been taken into custody over that incident on Monday night. Sena is currently safe and healthy and was taken to a hospital for evaluation. Officials over in New York provided this update late last night.
This gift to all of us, and it is the people standing here with me that remind me why I'm so proud to be the governor of this state. Incredible men and women who were relentless in their pursuit of finding this little girl. Yesterday I held Charlotte's parents in my arms. David and Trish, I went to the campsite. I saw the place that she had just been a joyful little girl the day before, riding her bike, because I was on the road she rode her bike on, saw where she left it. And her parents were just so overcome with sadness and grief. And as a parent, I thought my own heart was breaking. And I said to them, I promise you this, we will bring Charlotte home to you. And as each hour went on, hope faded, because we all know the stories. The first 24 hours, there's hope. But when you hit 48 hours, hope starts to wane. But when Charlotte disappeared in Moreau State Park, it was every parent's worst nightmare. But I knew I would be able to have assembled the team of individuals who would not stop. And I want to thank at this moment the individuals gathered here tonight and all the men and women across this state that they represent. And the FBI brought in their specialized, trained individuals all the way from Washington to help with this search. But I want to thank Deputy Superintendent Richard Allen, Lieutenant Colonel James Barnes, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Mazzone, Major Dennis Shager, for their work, the New York State Park Police, Colonel Michael Dodona, the Office of Parks and Historic Preservation, Chief of Staff Randy Simons, Saratoga County Sheriff's Department, Lieutenant Jeffrey O'Connor, the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office, represented by the Schenectady Police Department, Police Department of Schenectady, Detective Sergeant Bradley Carlton, the Federal Bureau of Investigation Acting Agent in Charge Alfred Watson, who I met yesterday on site, New York State Department of Corrections and Community Services Acting Commissioner Daniel Marticello, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Forest Rangers Basil Sagos. As I mentioned, when you hit that 48-hour moment, you realize it's going to be tough, and you start thinking the worst. But what happened was extraordinary. The case started to break at 4:20 a.m. this morning, when the family's home that was being guarded by state police, when the parents were still starting another day at the campsite where they'd last seen their daughter. 4:20 a.m., the car pulls up to a mailbox. Something is left. State police immediately go to the mailbox and identify what is a ransom note that had been left behind for Charlotte. State police worked diligently trying to find a match for a fingerprint. First one tried and wasn't successful. Second one was to identify any other prints in the New York State database that would be a match. The hit came at 2:30 in the afternoon. There had been a DWI in 1999 in the city of Saratoga. A fingerprint was found that matched what was found on the ransom note. So, a little more research work to identify the location and identifying the fact that there was a home they could visit. They found a double-wide house with a woman, the suspect's mother, The suspect lived in the camper behind. They had what they call dynamic entry, a tactical maneuver, and within the camper they located the suspect. After some resistance, the suspect was taken into custody, and immediately the little girl was found in a cabinet, cupboard. She was rescued, and she knew she was being rescued. She knew that she was in safe hands. Her parents were immediately notified. This occurred at 6:32 this evening. The suspect, 47-year-old male named Craig Nelson Ross Jr., is still being questioned. At this moment, charges have not been brought, but they are fully expected. The daughter was transported to local hospital, as is customary, and that's all the family wishes to reveal at this time. But they are united. She is in good hands. She appeared to be outwardly physically unharmed at the time, but we'll leave the just information about little Charlotte to her family at a time they deem appropriate. Often these stories don't end up like this. Every second is key. There's a lot of pressure. Split decisions are made. Because you know, not just a life is hanging in the balance, but a little innocent child's life is hanging in the balance. So to the teams behind me, you work quickly. You work with great urgency. You put it together, the puzzle pieces. You're able to track down the location of Charlotte through technology. But ultimately it was the two SWAT teams, one federal, one state, that landed in helicopters in Ballston Spa to rescue Charlotte. Still pretty overwhelming, because all of us feared the worst. But I promise Trish and Dave, they be reunited with little Charlotte once again, and she see her two sisters, one 10, one 4 years old. And obviously it's a traumatic event for the family and certainly Charlotte. And we'll continue to keep this family in our prayers as they heal. But she'll be going home. That's the story. Charlotte will be going home. That's all I have to say on the details. Certainly there'll be many more coming out with respect to the suspect and how that case will proceed. But I want to thank the media for their intense interest and the 400 volunteers who would not give up, the 400 individuals from law enforcement, fire departments, city, county, state, and federal. It was an awesome sight to witness up at the state park yesterday. Everyone doing their job. But also, there are a lot of parents out there among the ranks. And everybody thinks, if it was my child, I would want everybody under the sun looking for them. And that's what this team did. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You're bringing Charlotte home. Any questions?
What were Schenectady agencies involved in this case?
Charlotte's uncle was a member of the police department in Schenectady, I understand. If that's not correct, someone correct me. Fire department.
Was the suspect known to the family?
It has not been determined that the suspect was known to the family.
Who's that?
Was Charlotte randomly targeted, or did he know the
That is what will be revealed after more extensive questioning. The vehicle registered to the suspect, the address in the database was 2 miles from Charlotte's home, but it is not known at this time whether he knew her or had her under surveillance for any length of time.
Sean.
Governor, can you say, you said
information at this point?
It appears that it was by the suspect himself, that he literally drove up to the family's mailbox, assuming they were not home. 4:20 in the morning, opens the mailbox and inserts the ransom note, leaving a critical piece of evidence behind, his own fingerprint.
And I would assume the car details were also.
What's going on, guys? I'm not feeling too hot today. But we gonna make this motherfucker famous. That motherfucker, man. He's an idiot. So what's going on? Well, there you go, y'all. Oh, we gonna make that Timothy famous. He think he's some hot shit, man. I'm trying, Bob. Let's help everybody. I didn't want to end the Charlotte case on a cliff in case somebody was to ever go back and watch them. I need to fix my title because I'm an idiot. But there. It's what's more to say? I mean, I don't know what else to say about that case other than congrats, fucking A, man. Fucking A. A little over 48 hours and she was home. A little over 48 hours and she was home. No cleaning or office work today at Andrew. You get your butt on the couch or bed. No, I don't wanna. I got shit to do. I'll be okay. Yeah, I made a boo-boo. You want to bring up that Timothy pedo motherfucker? Okay, I made a boo-boo. I made the motherfucker famous. Yeah, I am too, Tina. I made the pedo famous yesterday, and he's been dirty deleting everything. Yeah. I made him famous with a lot of help from you guys. I'm not taking that that spotlight on my own. I got some help about finding out who this dude was, getting the proper intel on this dude from y'all, the people. You guys are the people that help out a lot, and I thank you guys for that. You guys shared this dude around. I don't know. Now he still got a Facebook as of like 2 minutes ago. But no, like I was saying, you guys gave me a tip on this dirtbag. You guys shared it around the friends, family. We wanted him known. We wanted, he made a boo boo. He implicated himself in Sena's case, in Charlotte's case. We made him famous, and now the whole world knows about this dirtbag and the crazy shit that comes out of his mouth. You guys are the ones that did this. I only went with the info you guys gave me. Timothy Philman is a fucking scumbag. And he don't need a Facebook. He don't need to be on social media. And you guys are the ones that went out there and you guys made this prick famous. He can't comment. He can't post up a fucking thing without somebody dropping in and without at least 40 people popping in and calling his and popping his fucking charges in there. He can't do anything without 30 to 40 people popping in there and telling this dude what it is and what he's about. You guys did this. And I just made it. You guys brought it to my attention. I brought it to the light of day. This dude is a sick individual. And it's not just because of his charges, but he is a mentally sick person. And at times throughout the night, as I was keeping eyes on it, there's a lot of things that he has dirty deleted that I did not have a chance to screen record, and I apologize. But there's a lot of things this man has said that don't make any type of relevancy. There's a lot of things that he, he's just, I think in my mind and in my head that at times with all the things that he has said and all the things that we have proven for him to be, I'm not gonna front on y'all. Y'all might unsubscribe after I say this, but at times throughout last night, I kind of felt bad for the dude. And I feel bad only because mental health problems is not a fucking joke. And it's not the factor that we the people are poking fun at his mental health. It's just the factor is that there's a lot wrong with this guy. And I don't think he would. He lives in Glens Falls. Charlotte was found about 4 hours away from there. If I remember correctly from last night. I don't fucking have a clue. But there was times I felt bad for this guy. I know I shouldn't, because if you want my honest opinion, I'd rather fucking hang him. I'd rather take down any remnants of any naysays and negativity of any other people, anybody else. Take the haterade from the LGBTQ community. Take the haterade from our blacks. Take the haterade from our Hispanics. Take the haterade from our whites. Take the haterade from all races, and just hang these motherfuckers from a tree. Hang these nasty, disgusting pedophiles from a goddamn tree in front of your motherfucking house. That is how I feel. I want to go up. I want to take this motherfucker, hang him on a cross, and burn it in my motherfucking front yard. I do not and cannot stand pedos, okay? I ain't playing it. If you a kitty diddler, you got no business on any type of social media. You want to diddle kids, bro? Maybe somebody should diddle you. But I'm trying not to get myself so worked up. I am definitely not feeling well. Um, but no, I wanted to give everybody a good news, good happening. We are making Charlotte's home, suspects in custody. Let's be thankful. Let's be thankful to those 400 individuals that were out there looking for this little girl while their families are at home. While these people's families, these officers, these firefighters, these FBI agents, these families that they have were home. As they're out there, even off shift. Not even some of them weren't even on the clock, but they were still out there busting their ass to find this little girl, and they found her. He slipped up. They caught him slipping. They caught him while he was sleeping. So to speak. And I agree, that little baby went through hell. For what? A 41-year-old sick fuck? And a lot of you are going to unsubscribe after I say this too. Hey, Lawson, Tennessee, not for nothing, homie, but take a fucking page out of New York, boy. Little girl goes missing. Amber Alert drops. Literally about 48 and a half hours later, she's back fucking home with her mama and her daddy and her sisters. Take a fucking page out of New York's book, Tennessee. Wake the fuck up. Find out more. What's to find out? He's a dirty fucking scumbag that stole a little kid. There's nothing more to tell. There's no more story behind it. He stole a little kid. He fucked up, rolled up at 4:20 in the morning and dropped a ransom note. Motherfucker, ain't you? Nope. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I know you all love summer. I know we all love summer. That's why that's what I love about my community right here. This community you guys built. You people. Because one minute, listen, I know my chat's mostly females, and I don't understand why. I'm an ugly motherfucker. But, all right, mama, you be safe at work, honey. But, at the end of the day, y'all built this community. Hold up. So, at the end of the day, you all built this community. All right? You did. But listen, I'm going to make this one's going to be short, sweet, but I'll be back up in a little bit. I have to go pick up the wife from work. She's getting out early. So, give me a moment. I'll be back in a little bit, all right? Dippy, feel free to go over more of this if you want, or Mama Bear. But I'll be right back, y'all. Much love. And Tennessee, wake the fuck up. I'll be back.